chunk which is being used as a green HR policy. Then online submission of applications and assignments are initiated by many institutes. 53% of the faculties prefer to use technology as a better medium of communication. And let's take an example of this art. Yesterday was online presentation. So this is one of the, you can say, a policy of green HR. Most of the institutes, they have adopted the pay and award management. The salaries are being credited in your accounts now. No one is getting a hand on salaries and all that. Even though most of the faculty members have a great sense of responsibility protecting the environment, their involvement in formulating policies. And 64% of the respondents mentioned that the green exit practices are not implemented. Like exit interviews are not implemented, which has to be. Next. At last, I would like to conclude that green HRM is it is moderate, it is important for the current scenario, and the institution should, because we have institutions play a very important role in molding the future of a student. So it is important for we people to adopt this policies, green HR policies, and motivate students and our colleagues also to adopt these policies so that we can make our environment a carbon-free environment.
Only 60% of
Sir, I have a 50 respondents, and out of 50 respondents, we conducted a percentage of it. Primary colleges. We have 3 to 4 colleges. We took randomly. We just circulate the questionnaire and then. Higher education. Thank you so much, ma'am, for the presentation. Next, I would like to call Sanjana ma'am for the next presentation.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Dr. Sanjana Tiwari, and currently I am associated with Pal College of Technology and Management, and I am here to present my paper on Green HRM, a roadmap of sustainable growth for higher education institutions, and I will present it on behalf of my co-author also, Professor Dr. K.K. Pandey. So, first of all, let us talk about sustainability. Please, can you have next slide? In today's scenario, being sustainable, it doesn't mean that what good you are doing. It means how much less harm you are doing to the nature, to the environment. So sustainable business is resource efficient. And for any business, when I talk about resources, I am talking about the 3 major resources that make up an organization, which is the physical resource, the financial resource, and the human resource. So as my paper focuses majorly on the higher education institutions, and we all know that education is one sector which is totally people driven. So we cannot neglect the fact that the most important stakeholders for any educational institution is the employees. However, employees are very important in other organizations also, but for a people-oriented sector, the employees play a very important role. There's a very famous saying by Sri Narayan Murthy, if you are aware, that every evening I see the most important assets of my organization walk out of the door, and it is my responsibility that they walk in the next day. So focusing more on this quotation, if we talk about the Maslow's need hierarchy theory, so let's say that the majority of us sitting here are like around an average age of 35. So if we talk about the Maslow's need hierarchy theory, so today we are in a generation that is at the top of the pyramid. We are not working like our grandfathers worked for fulfilling the physiological needs. We are also not working like our fathers did to fulfill the social needs. We are at the top of the pyramid and we are talking about self-esteem, self-actualization needs. And today, as an employee, I really feel that aligning yourself with issues like sustainability and understanding that whatever resources we are using, our future generation should also have the benefit of resourcing, of using such resources. This is a very important thing. And as employees, we also want to be associated with organizations that are socially responsible. Leaving aside the higher education institutions, there are a lot of organizations that have taken up corporate social responsibility initiatives in order to promote sustainability. So if we talk about ITC, we all have heard of eChopal, that's a CSR project of ITC. Then we can also talk about Project Shakti, that's a CSR initiative for HUL. Then Godrej, Nanni Kali. So not only the educational institutions, the corporate houses are also focusing a lot on this particular topic. Please. So, green HRM practices, what I'm going to talk about, is one of the most important measures to promote sustainability in any kind of organization focuses on higher education institution. By green HRM, I mean that you don't have to just talk about management being, being the optimum utilization of resources. We have to make this utilization keeping in mind that our future generations will also use these resources. And green HRM is a set of policies that take into consideration all these practices and then create the working environment, working climate accordingly. Okay, thank you. So the term green HRM was coined around 10 years ago, and ever since it has been the most talked about policies, practices that we are doing to create sustainability. Please. Next. So for this we conducted a literature review so that we could identify the gaps and alright. Next. Objective is to understand practices, and after doing the research literature review, found that a lot of organizations are moving towards practices, green practices like green recruitment and selection, and green training and development, green rewards, giving green rewards to the employees, and along with green compensation. So technically these are the majority of the practices that higher education institutions are inculcating in order to move towards sustainability. Thank you. Yes.
टॉपिक तो ग्रीन
सर वो इनोवेशन वाला जो थीम था उसमें बहुत ज़्यादा डिफरेंशिएट कर नहीं पाए. So one was talking about the perception of employees, and I talking about how these practices can help us in making the organization grow.
ग्रीन एचआरएम के अंदर मेनली क्या क्या चीजें ली हैं आपने?
सर ग्रीन एचआरएम के अंदर जो मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द थिंग्स हमने कवर करी है वो है वो प्रैक्टिसेस जो हम एज एन एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट इम्प्लीमेंट कर सकते हैं स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम द इंसेप्शन.
आपके इंस्टीट्यूट में क्या क्या प्रैक्टिसेस आपके इंस्टीट्यूट में क्या क्या अप्लाई करते हैं?
हमारे इंस्टीट्यूट में सर वी डू हैव सर्टेन क्लब्स. जैसे इनिशियली तो वी आर आल्सो फॉलोइंग ग्रीन रिक्रूटमेंट मोस्ट ऑफ द कम्युनिकेशन. और अगर स्लाइड में इफ आई कुड हैव कंटिन्यूड तो उसमें मेंशन है वी हैव क्लासिफाइड द पॉलिसीज जितने भी इनिशिएटिव्स हम ले रहे हैं. So till 2020, till when I have done the literature review, majority of the educational institutions are following green recruitment and selection. That's the most followed policy, and the minimum is green course.
आपके कॉलेज में जो आपने मुझे किया है ये इम्प्लीमेंट हो रही है।
सब कुछ चीज़ें इम्प्लीमेंट हो रही हैं, जैसे अगर मैं बात करूँ तो green recruitment and selection, then after this COVID thing, the entire ERP सारा it's gone online.
Less paperwork.
Nice. Less paperwork, yes sir. Reducing the ecological footprint.
Is there any wastewater management practices?
Sir, not in my college. But
This is called carbon-less work.
carbon-less work, yes sir. That's the least we can do for the environment. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We're pleased to have you here from our college. Now, shortly we'll be starting the validatory function in the seminar hall only, as we've already provided the time of 3 p.m. So, I think we'll be starting in few minutes. You all can wait there. I hope you all had a lunch. Yes, sir? Okay. Thank you everyone for being a good audience, students and other faculty members.
कलाकार
इंडिया में